Monster, no, you are wrong. I am a god.
I'm Rex Paradox, the greatest man who ever lived, and today on the program, we're talking about this thing that's going on. So apparently, I'm not going to say one of my favorite voice actors, but a voice actor that plays one of my favorite characters, Vic, I think you say his last name, Mignogna or something like that. I always call him Vice. Vice just sounds cooler to me. I call him Vice. It's V-I-C. It's Vic, but I call him Vice. That's not the point. Supposedly, he's been, I'm not even gonna say supposedly, he's been accused of sexual misconduct and harassment and shit. Allegedly, someone said that he like hugged him or something. I'm not gonna say allegedly, like they accused him of these things. And I'm like, have you seen Vic? I've never met Vic in person. Vice, Vic, whatever you want to call him. I never met him in person, but Vic's a toothpick, dude. This dude is a toothpick. And I'm not saying because he's a toothpick, you know, he can't be out here being a sexual, I'm not gonna say call him a sexual deviant. Like he can't conduct in sexual misconduct or whatever the fuck, harassment. But it's like, it's this thing where he's known for like hugging his fans and showing them affection, because the nigga appreciates having fans. Voice actors, like, for real, they don't really get paid that much. They take what they can get, man. I went to fucking Otakon last year, and it's like, I went specifically last year to get a fucking Johnny Young Bosch to sign one of my copies of something. And it's like, it was a fucking line. It was at least 100 people in that line. At least. And you know what? I didn't get my autograph because I fucked up beating motherfuckers in Storm 3. Undefeated too. I was totally undefeated. But like, that's not the point. I lost one game. Anyway, I'm just like, how have we gotten to this point in society where you can just accuse people of doing shit and they're fucking publicly like crucified? Like, what? Why? I get, you know, okay, allegations are important, but our legal system is supposed to be innocent until proven guilty. It's a dangerous thing where you just gotten to the point in society where you can just accuse people of shit without evidence, and their whole just livelihood is torn down. Like the whole the Mr. Didmoff thing, that's not the same situation, but it's similar. It's similar. Or what's another? It's just like being accused of something it's like a death sentence now. And it could be false accusations, you know, like I don't know. I don't think that Vic was sexually harassing people or, you know, going for that when he was doing what he was doing. Now, some people will be like, well, I'm uncomfortable with this dude hugging me, and I can understand that shit. I can understand you not wanting physical, just people touching you. I can understand that. That's totally reasonable. But like, you can't just be like, oh, well, this dude hugged me and I didn't like it. You can't call that sexual harassment. You can't do that. That's not the same thing. And we're getting to this point where like people are calling shit things that they're not. And I can't be with that, dude. I can't support you on that. This is how shit, like, people have a lot of mixed feelings about the whole Me Too movement. Personally, I'm not throwing my fucking voice in that debate. Because, you know, all it takes is like one motherfucker with some false accusation to just throw the whole movement out the door. That's all it takes. Some unproved shit. I'm not saying like it's a war on men, but if a man's accused of doing something versus a woman, they're a lot more likely to face the consequences now. Way harsher. It's kind of always been like that, but it's even more now. Because you have this echo chamber on Twitter and shit, or any social media where it's just like, oh yeah, I'm gonna side with this person even though I don't know the whole story. And it's always been like that. It's always been like that. But once you get like enough people with some fucking mob mentality or something, even if the allegations aren't true or don't prove to be true, the repercussions, it doesn't matter. Like if you get fired, if you're accused of doing some shit at your job, and you know you didn't do it, but the job's like, man, we gotta let you go. Like, this isn't a good look for us. And they fire you. It's really nothing you could do about it. Now, like, hindsight-wise, you know, as time goes on, you could probably sue your job for firing you for, like, no reason. Because of some shit that you didn't do. But, like, in the moment when it's affecting you now, like, there's nothing you can, like, if fucking Vic loses all his voice actor roles and this shit comes out later, like, what's he gonna do then? What's he gonna do then? Because the shit, it would have already tarnished his name. the thing I've noticed with like the whole just when people are found innocent later on, you can't go back and like, oh yeah, you can never rebuild your reputation. Even if you didn't do it, your reputation is destroyed because enough stupid motherfuckers were willing to just side with whoever accused you of doing something even though you didn't do it. Again, I'm not saying Vic didn't do this. He probably was hugging motherfuckers. I don't think he was sexually harassing people. That's a whole different thing. Like, I'm not going to take a hug from Vic. I don't like people hugging me. And I'd be like, nah, man, like, we can do some dapping or some handshakes or something, but like, I'm not with the hugging stuff. I was just straight up like, but you know, like, that's Vic's thing. He's a toothpick. I'm not with this, man. I can't. And yeah, I'm biased, because he voices one of my favorite characters. But I feel like the bigger issue is just that people can be accused of doing shit with no proof, and it'll ruin pretty much your whole life. It could ruin your whole life. That's my 2 cents on it. Maybe my $1.50, I don't know. But like, it's a fucked up situation, man. It's really not cool with me. I'm not gonna blame SJWs or any of that shit. I'm not one of them beta male YouTubers who does shit like that. Oh, it's a war on men. We have an issue in our society where people are just willing to believe liars for no reason. Willing to believe liars for no reason other than, oh, it's an accusation. Too many fucking people have lost their lives in this country based on just accusations and lies. And I'm not with that shit. So, there you go. I'm Rex Paradox, the greatest man who ever lived. I'm not even gonna say good luck, Vic. You know, like, hey, what happens, happens. Hopefully he can bounce back from it. Again, like, I don't know if he's an innocent man. I mean, it's all perspective based. But I don't think Vic did some shit like that. He probably was hugging people, but I don't think he was sexually harassing anybody or sexually assaulting anyone. Because Vic's a toothpick. Edward Elric is not no goddamn sexual harasser. He's not a rapist. Now, if it comes out that like Vic's out here fucking Bill Cosby and motherfuckers, like, I'll take that back and I'll admit it. Which is why I said allegedly in this video. I don't think he did it though. That's my personal belief. I don't have all the facts, but these accusations don't seem to have any backing behind them whatsoever. So that's it. I'm out. See ya next time. I don't know. It's on you. Have a nice day though. Goodbye.